Sometimes I still hear your voice. It's telling me you'll catch my fall. So how do I feel the ground? I wear my heart, you wear a crown.
Mr. CEO's office is this way. It's your first day, so be careful because he doesn't like carelessness in work, and also only talk what's important. You nodded. I hope you will remember. You can go. Thank you for your help. You thanked him and walked in front of his office door. You swallowed and took a deep breath before preparing yourself to knock the door because it was your first day at work and you were so nervous. Clenching a file in your other hand, you knocked on the door. You twisted the doorknob and entered inside. But as soon as you came in, your heart dropped when you saw the person standing behind the desk. The file dropped from your hands as all your past flashed back in front of your eyes in a few seconds. You couldn't believe you're seeing him, the man you were madly in love with once and still didn't forget, the guy who left you 5 years ago without saying a single word, disappeared like he never existed, and now suddenly appeared in front of you. Meanwhile, he watched you with no expressions on his face, as if he never knew you, but at the same time his eyes were saying it all. There was coldness in them. They were unreadable. Jungkook. His name came out of your mouth in a whisper, and he felt his heart skipping a beat. As much as he denied himself hearing his name from your mouth after 5 years, he felt a warmth embracing him, but now it was too late for that. He can't forget what he witnessed that time. He will never forgive you for that. John Jungkook, and for the employees, I'm their boss, so you better address me like them, Miss Kang Wyan. Seeing his attitude completely changed towards you, you couldn't believe in your eyes. You came near him while there were so many questions in your eyes. Should I be happy to see you after so long, or hate you for leaving me behind? Why did you do that to me, Jungkook? Why did you play with my feelings? Jungkook's jaws clenched as he looked straight in your eyes. I said, where did you leave? Answer me. Lower your voice. He growled, making you pause. He was trembling with anger, and you have no idea why he changed so much. You were standing in your boss's office, so know your place. You couldn't believe what he said. Why are you doing this to me? What did I do to deserve all this? Was that a game that you played and then left after using me, huh? He came out of his space and walked near you, his eyes showing the anger. Are you really asking these questions from me? Was I the one who used you, or it was you who backstabbed me, who made a fool out of me and used me to get what you wanted? You frowned your brows, not understanding the allegations he was putting on you, but his eyes weren't like. He looked equally hurt. Who backstabbed you? What are you talking about? He scoffed and shrugged his shoulders. Wow, someone said it true that never trust a woman because she always go to find better until she finds the best. I thought you were different. I thought I found my other half, but no, you proved that it was my biggest mistake. You were not understanding why he was blaming you this way. You mean you did a mistake by loving me? Are you blaming me when you are the one who left me without saying a word, disappeared like you never existed? You made me watch the dreams of forever and then disappeared. Yes, it was a dream, but then I came in reality. I saw your real face, and that day I found out who you actually are. Tears left from your eyes. Don't know what he saw, but it was hard to bear the hatred he has for you now. Suddenly the door opened and a beautiful young woman dressed up luxuriously yet elegant came inside. As soon as she came inside, without sensing the seriousness or her surroundings, she walked near Jungkook and hugged him before pecking on his lips, making your heart drop. Good morning, my love. Your and Jungkook's eyes locked before he lowered them and pulled back from Maya. You felt suffocated as if the air has been blocked and you can't breathe. Your body started trembling. What are you doing here? he said, looking at Maya. Why such a question? Can't I come to my fiancé? You tightly gripped the file in your hands while Jungkook noticed that your eyes finally landed on the ring in his finger and your heart clenched. Maya finally noticed your presence, but she frowned as soon as she turned towards you. What happened to you? Are you okay? You looked at both of them before leaving the office immediately, as you couldn't see all that in front of your eyes. What a weird girl. Is she new here? She turned to look at Jungkook but paused when she noticed his eyes fixed on the door from where you left. What happened to you? Is everything okay? Jungkook looked at her and nodded before walking towards his desk. Yes, I'm fine, but I have some urgent work right now, so see you at home. She raised her brow and came near him. You don't look well. I think you need to rest. I said I'm fine. Please do as I say. She stepped back and nodded. Okay, take care. See you in the evening. She grabbed her purse and walked towards the door, but before leaving, she took a final glance at Jungkook, who was looking completely different than usual. She closed the door and left. As soon as she left, Jungkook grabbed a vase and threw on the floor in anger. Seeing you after 5 years, he lost himself. He thought he was successful in moving on from you, but he never knew he'd lose himself just by a sight of you. Whatever is inside me, you don't deserve it. You don't deserve it, but how come my heart is so weak? He started throwing things from the table. You quickly closed the door and covered your mouth with your hand. You couldn't believe that he left you all alone and found himself new love whom he is already engaged with now. You walked towards the mirror and put your hands on the edge of the basin before looking at your reflection in the mirror. You forgot everything that easily. Was it that easy for you to move on from all those memories? Did you ever love me for real? Your face was wet with tears and makeup messed up, but you don't care because your soul was crying. It was in pain that reappeared after seeing him. How can you do that to me, Jungkook? How can you be so heartless? And you dropped on your knees. Maya came outside the building and she quickly dialed a number. She was looking panicked as she desperately waited for the receiver to pick up the phone. Oppa, nothing is alright. That girl, yes, that same girl whom we removed from our way 5 years ago. She came back again, Oppa. I saw her in Jungkook's office. I'm so scared. What if Jungkook again fall for her? Please do something, Oppa. I won't let him go. What if he find out the truth? He will hate me. He will hate me, Oppa. Her brother on the other side of the phone told her to calm down and relax. He assured her that nothing like that would happen. I don't want to lose Jungkook, Oppa. I love him so much and I can't live without him. After receiving words of assurance, she ended the call and took a deep breath. She raised her hand and looked at the shining engagement ring in her finger. He is mine and I won't let anyone come between us. Even if I have to repeat the things I did 5 years ago, I won't hesitate. She walked towards the car while the driver opened the door for her. Washing your mouth and after a little touch-up, you came outside the washroom after crying alone for 20 minutes and was now going towards your desk when you saw Jungkook coming from the other side. Both of your steps slowed down looking at each other, but then you looked down and walked away. Your heart was heavy and felt like someone put something heavy on your chest. Jungkook also walked away towards his office. You wanted to leave the job immediately because you can't see him becoming someone else's in front of your eyes. But according to the agreement, you can't leave before 6 months. Few weeks passed like that, and you didn't talk to Jungkook and avoid coming in his way as much as possible. Maya's visit in company became more often, and she also looked at you with a disgusting look. She was making sure that you know that Jungkook is now her and she owns his heart. This thing gives you pain each and every day. He never told you the reason behind his disappearance, and when you finally met, he blamed you for everything, and then you found out he found a new lover and even got engaged. You were getting skinnier day by day as you stopped eating. 2 years. You both dated for 2 years. You were known to be the best couple of university. You dreamt of having your future together, getting old together, and then suddenly all that disappeared like a sweet dream. Jungkook. You quickly came down the stairs and stopped halfway, a few steps away from Jungkook. He stopped by your one call and turned towards you. I can't stay silent like this. I won't let you blame me for no reason. I want to know why you left me. Why did you make all those promises to me when you had plans to leave me and settle down with someone else? Why? Just why did you do that to me? Answer me. Jungkook's jaws tensed up. Today he decided to bring the whole truth in front of you, to remind you your sin so that you stop pretending innocent. You yourself is the reason and answer for all your questions. You frowned while he came near you. You are the reason why those dreams turned into a nightmare. You are the reason I found myself in a miserable state. You broke me so badly that I'm still trying to fix those broken pieces. What happened? Did your lover leave you? Or you got fed up from him? Or your guilt brought you back to me, but it's too late now. You frowned, not understanding a single word that he uttered. What are you talking about? Your voice came in a whisper while he scoffed. You are amazing, Ryan. Can't believe you still have the guts to play innocent. Did you forget all that? Did you forget that guy with whom you cheated on me? Dated him behind my back? You are heartless, Ryan. What are you talking about? Which guy and how can you say all that to me? Do you think I can do that? I only loved one man in my life and that was you. I also thought the same until I saw you with another guy with my own eyes. I didn't believe it at first, but it happened again and again. I told myself that my Ryan can never do that. I tried to believe my love, but I ended up losing because no matter how much I tried to ignore, I couldn't after witnessing it countless times. You broke me completely. You changed that Jungkook. And now you expect me to explain to you why I left? Who do you think of yourself? Your legs trembled and you held the railing to balance yourself. I cheated? When did you see and how can you believe that? Do you really think I would ever do such things? I never looked at any other guy after falling in love with you. I waited for you till this date and you are saying that I cheated on you. Is that what you came up with to hide your deeds? He grabbed your arms tightly and came closer. I also thought you can never do that, but you did. And if you have forgotten, then let me remind you. The guy who shifted in your neighborhood, first at a party and then several times in stores. I spotted you with him so many times, but still I was adamant that it can be a mere friendship. I told you once that I don't like that guy around you. But you said he was just a neighbor. But that day when I told you that we are going on a date, how happy I was, but you told me that you can't come because you were busy. But then I saw you with that guy in a cafe, hugging you. Can you explain all that? You broke me into pieces, Ryan, and you still ask me to explain why I left you? He suddenly hugged me, and it wasn't the way you are thinking. That day I was really busy, but then he asked for my help to make up with his girlfriend because she was mad. That's why I went with him. How can you even think all that on your own and never confronted me? Was that the reason you left me? Really? If you were there with his girlfriend, then why only you two were there alone? Because his girlfriend didn't come. He laughed, making you confused. You think I'm a fool, Ryan? You are not a child to not understand all that. You have no idea how much you have broken me. Your excuses are not going to work on me now. He walked away from there while you followed him. Jungkook, please listen to me. Jungkook, stop. He sat inside his car and drove off while you came down from the stairs and sat on your toes before bursting into tears. Maya came in Jungkook's apartment, and as soon as she saw him, she rushed and hugged him. "What happened to you? I heard that you left the company in anger. Is everything alright?" She pulled back and looked at him while Jungkook was avoiding to look into her eyes. "Yes, I'm fine." She cupped his face, but looking at Jungkook's expressions, it was clear that he wasn't liking her touch. "I'm your future wife, Jungkook. You can share your problems and worries with me. Please tell me what happened. I can't see you in this state." He removed her hands and got up before looking at her. "I want to be alone for some time, Maya, so please leave." She looked at him surprised and got up. "You can share with me, Jungkook. Why are you behaving so strange from the past few days? What happened to you? I'm your soon-to-be wife and you can share with me." "I don't want to share anything with anyone. Just leave me alone." He burst out. He poured all his frustration and anger on her because he was not in his right mind. She brought tears in her eyes. "You are so heartless, Jungkook." "Maya, before I say anything else, please leave. I'm not in my right mind and I'm sorry but I need space." She left from there in anger. Jungkook ran his fingers through his hair in frustration. His mind was a mess and he was so tangled in his thoughts. Because of a business partnership, he has to say yes to marry Maya even though he knew he will never be able to forget you and his heart only belongs to you no matter how much he hates you. But because his parents forced him and they didn't listen to him, he has to get agreed to marry Maya. He has no feelings for her but he is compelled to do all that. "So you are telling me that he's again falling for that Vian and shouted on you because of her?" Maya wiped her tears and nodded. "I know that he still loves her. I can't see all that, brother. She will take him from me and I will die without him." "Don't you dare to say that. He is yours and will forever be. Don't worry about that girl. Just like how we get her out of our way 5 years ago, we'll do the same this time." "But I'm afraid, Oppa. She's working at the same place. They meet often and I know she will melt his heart easily. She will again make him hers and I'll get nothing. I'm telling you not to worry. Jungkook is yours and only yours." 5 years ago, when you and Jungkook were in the last year of college, happily together for more than a year, Maya's eyes fell on Jungkook. She liked him at first sight. She wasn't in their college but a rich and spoiled sister of a business tycoon. She always gets whatever she ordered. She doesn't have to wish for it. Her brother takes care of her like a princess. He only has Maya as a family and he can destroy the whole world for her. One day 5 years ago, Maya met Jungkook and she liked him from the first meeting. She became obsessed with him and wanted him at any cost, but later found out that Jungkook had someone in his life and that someone was you. Daniel plotted things against you to separate you, but your bond was stronger than anything. He miserably failed so many times. But Maya only wanted him as if he was a toy. Finally, they hired a guy who shifted in your neighborhood. You were innocent and didn't able to understand his true intentions. As a good neighbor, you tried to help him in every possible way, but his intentions were different. He made Jungkook believe that you were just using him and actually loved someone else. It was difficult, but after so many attempts, he finally able to make Jungkook believe that you are cheating on him with this guy. And that's how it all started. Daniel waited for Jungkook to make his name in business world and he helped him too. Jungkook left you, but he was completely broken. To make himself physically and mentally tired, he indulged himself in work. He worked hard and finally he made his name in the business world. Finally, the day came for which Daniel and Maya have been waiting for. Daniel came to his parents' house with a proposal and it was more like a partnership. Jungkook directly said no because he was not ready to love anyone else after that heartbreak, but he was forced, and because of his parents, he had to say yes when he never accepted Maya from heart. He still lives there. And now things started once again. But Jungkook and you both are unaware of the truth and misunderstanding that separated you guys from each other.